Numerology today. The best way to make use of numerology today is in its practical sense. So many benefits can be derived from numerology. For example, at any time when anyone asks me about a situation they're having with their partner or family member, looking up their birth numbers immediately shows the situation or conflicts in their chart or their partner's charts. Pure numerology is 100% accurate, for it takes the reactive conditioning of the reader out of the assessment, and this allows true assessment of the character the personality is using in this particular time. Practice, of course, makes the reader more skillful, as in all other sciences. Numerology is primarily based on information retrieved from the numbers in your birth date. You can find out why you are the way you are through the characteristics of each number in your chart. Numerology cannot tell you all that you are, what you have realized, or the behaviors and thought patterns you have acquired. What it can tell you is your potential, the capacities you have, generally how physical, emotional, and intellectual you may be. You have chosen the date that you were born on. The soul chooses when it will come into each life and the people who will initially promote or discourage your potential in order for you to learn certain lessons. These lessons will ultimately make you more aware of yourself and strengthen your character. The environment around you will always exist, and numerology can tell you how you cope to the extent to which you react to it. Uncover who you really are without those influences, beliefs, and conditioning. Numerology can give you the direction and an insight of major changes that will occur within you during this lifetime. A simple numerology chart. The simplest numerology chart gives you direct information and also easy to follow information. The more complicated the chart, the more room it leaves for interpretation, which then needs to look at whose method is used for the interpretation. So pure numerology is the best option, using the noughts and crosses method as the simplest way. Mental and spiritual aspects of personality are numbers 3s, 6s, 9s, and 0s. Emotional and movement aspects numbers are 2s, 5s, 8s. The physical abilities are numbers 1s, 4s, and 7s. Manifestation of ideas. On the mental level is the 3s, 6s, and 9s. On the emotional level are the 2s, 5s, and 8s. On the physical level are the 1s, 4s, and 7s. The positioning of the numbers is illustrated as the noughts and crosses in the boxes here. The numbers must always be put into their respective designated positions, whether they be single or multiples of the same numbers. The numbers are never added together and then placed in the chart. They are always put in as single units. Therefore, 3 ones do not add together to become 3. As in number 3, they stay as 3 single ones, as in 3, 1, 1, 1. Each number has its place and must always be put into that area. To understand how your chart works, it's necessary to have a basic understanding of how the numbers are positioned. This gives you a general overview of how your chart appears and general feel for your chart. The positive aspects of the numbers. The number 1 stands for initiative, determination, persistence, strong balanced thinking, an originator, good in business, and tactful, enjoys good health, quiet. The number 2 stands for visionary, creative, clairvoyant abilities, cooperative, charming, often too adaptable, optimistic and forgiving, peacemaker, diplomat, generally also unselfish. Number 3 stands for desires and personal self-expression, religious, spiritual, artistic, clever. Brainy, accurate, eye for detail, power of self-generation. Number 4 stands for a builder of ideas, manifests positive good health, clever with hands and body, makes and gains opportunity, pride and self-esteem. Number 5 stands for critical mind, calculating, organizer with constant energy, balanced thinking and acting, intuitive with clairaudience, adventurous mind. Number 6 stands for thinker and planner, seeks knowledge, facts and reason, experimenter with life and the unknown, slow and deliberate, and likes to prove things. Number 7 stands for positive, capable, self-reliant, goes after what is needed, sacrifices to receive, especially in family, perfectionist and likes good quality. Number 8 stands for dominant, strong, forceful, driving personality, loves deeply, passionately, sensitive and tactful, a feeling psychic, good healer. Number 9 stands for deep inner wisdom, patient, gentle, kind, intuitive, loves people and truth, philanthropist, traveller, healer, minister, very sensitive. The number 0 stands for the ability to succeed when heart and mind are one in the project, strong, determined to succeed, decisive and secure in self. The negative aspects of numbers. The negative 1 stands for inferiority complex, lacks personal self-confidence when only a single 1. 4 or more 1s, stubborn, narrow, rigid thinking, bad health tendency. Negative 2 stands for emotional, easily led, changeable, far too adaptable, delights in being a doormat, then loses their temper, unreliable, psychic, careless. Negative 3 stands for bogged down in detail, narrow-minded, selfish and demanding, finicky and fussy, can be bigoted and pessimistic, false pride of own self-importance. Negative 4 stands for wasteful of opportunities, slovenly and untidy, heavy physical sensuality, rigidity of ideas, sternness, does things for the wrong pride. Negative 5 stands for restless, calculating, and can be mercenary, irresponsibility, wastes energy, changeable, mixed psyche, given to criticism and demanding. Negative 6 stands for very slow thinker, introspective, worrier, anxiety, problem maker, moody, sullen, fearful, argumentative, given to mental illness. Negative 7 stands for possessive, jealous, selfish, defensive, cruel, sarcasm, coldness, withdrawn, fearful of humiliation, and being hurt and oversensitive. Negative 8 stands for emotionally domineering, tactless, cruel to sadistic, self-destructive, reacts, turns off love, blames others, aggressive and impatient, intolerant, ruthless, scheming, a destructive, fearful psychic. Negative 9 stands for cannot cope with the flow of inspirational knowledge, emotional, mental frustration, withdrawn in adversity, and fearful of being hurt. Negative 0 stands for obstinate, domineering, refuses to see the truth, tight, closed mind, black and white outlook, personal desires uppermost, dishonesty. When practicing numerology or having a chart read for you, do not be afraid to know the truth of negative aspects of the personality. For most people have been conditioned to be aware of negative rather than positive. It is essential to society and the individual that we emphasize the positive of a character. In doing so, we give the Personality the opportunity to use the tools of the character they have selected with a more constructive attitude. I'm Tatiana, mind body health coach, fitness practitioner, and spiritual teacher. Hope you've enjoyed this series, and look up www.longerlastingmastery.com and enjoy.